What's going on, Consulted by G-Dot family? It is your boy G-Dot back with another inspirational, motivational, and mind-opening interview that we're about to really look at right now. And you know, when we come to School of Hard Knocks, he's gonna take us into the life or the perspective of a multi-millionaire, sometimes even a billionaire, and we're gonna see what game they have to give us and what information we can get from this video today. So lock in, get your notes ready, and let's see what information we can get from this video.
I'm about to interview one of the richest men in Dubai, and I don't think people truly understand what that means.
Okay.
Is this your Bugatti? How did you get a Bugatti?
I'm one of the biggest real estate developers in the world.
What was the most amount of money that you made this single year?
A lot.
Give me a range.
Off the top of my head, I would say almost $5 billion.
Jesus.
$1 billion. This is Dubai, a city where billion-dollar deals are made over coffee, where entire skylines are built by a single man's vision, and where wealth operates on a completely different level. I just flew 16 hours across the world to be here for this moment. Today, I'm meeting up with Mohammed bin Ghazi, one of the biggest real estate developers in the entire world, the man behind some of the most iconic towers on the planet, to find out how he built a real estate empire in one of the most competitive cities on earth. I'm gonna be going inside the mind of a billionaire to figure out what it really takes to build generational wealth at the highest level.
Let's get into it.
Said, it's time to go meet Mohammed bin Ghazi.
Let's meet up with him. Dubai's always seemed like a luxurious place to live. You know, it has its pros and its cons, but every place has its pros and its cons. So I would definitely like to visit there one day.
Right now to interview, like I said, one of the richest men in Dubai, Mohammed bin Ghazi, okay? And we're gonna be interviewing him not just anywhere, but at one of the buildings that he built, the Bugatti residences. This guy transformed the entire Dubai skyline. He built the first Mercedes-Benz residences in the world. He built the first Jacob & Co residence in the world. And now, look at where we are, the first Bugatti residence in the world. This is Mohammed bin Ghazi. All right, you guys, look at this right here. This is the Bugatti residences, man. Hey, where are we at right now?
Yeah, we're in Bugatti residence.
Who are we about to interview?
Mr. Mohammed.
He's one of the biggest developers in the world.
Yes, of course.
First of all, look at the skyline right here.
That's respect. He said Mr. Mohammed.
In the world, the Burj Khalifa. But man, we're about to interview an absolute legend and icon out here, you guys. So let's go meet up with him himself, man. Come on. I mean, this has potential to be insane. What's going on, man? How you doing, Mohammed? Great to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
We were letting them know, man. This is one of your creations right here.
It is.
Where are we at right now?
Bugatti residences.
And this is the first Bugatti residence in the world.
The first and only.
Before, you know, I want to ask you some questions. What goes into that? I mean, you partnered up with one of the biggest, most renowned, most credible companies in the world. How is that even possible?
I think there's a lot of passion that goes into that. You gotta be obsessed with everything you do. You know, wake up every day obsessed with your goals, obsessed with what you want to achieve in life, and literally grind.
Growing up, did you think that this was possible? That you were gonna, you know, have your name on the side of the buildings, working with some of the biggest companies in the world? I mean, literally putting up their skyscrapers.
You know, it's funny you ask, because I had a lot of Bugatti posters in my room being a kid, but I would have never dreamed to actually achieve something like this any day.
I want you to peep.
You know, we
also,
16 hours out here.
the Richard Mille on his wrist, that is clearly worth over $1 million right there. So it's sometimes luxury is so subtle, you have to actually realize who you're talking to, because when you look at someone, you shake their hand, and you look at their watch, you see these watches, $1 million on his wrist. His time is not cheap.
It's a masterclass for the younger generation, trying to become billionaires, trying to become the best entrepreneurs that they can be. Can we make that happen?
Sure.
So I gotta ask you, where are you from originally?
From the UAE.
And you never left?
No.
Why not?
I mean, it's the best place in the world, right?
Why is this the best city for business owners?
I think it's the entrepreneurial flair of the city. I think, you know, the leadership have been very supportive in creating this atmosphere that supports any entrepreneur in building a billion-dollar business.
And when you were starting out in the business, were there a lot of no's? Did you have any failures? Were there a lot of downsides?
Plenty.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of no's in my life.
Yeah, like you said, you didn't take no for the answer.
I mean, I think the more and more successful you become in life, the more you realize that you're gonna fail a lot and you're gonna get a lot of rejection.
That is true.
Part of becoming successful is that maturity of your mindset, that understanding that you're not always gonna get the answer you want, and then you've got to navigate towards the answer you want.
Why was real estate your vehicle? Because you could have been in any business. Why do you like real estate as your vehicle to wealth creation and business building?
Well, I mean, real estate is ultimately what any wealthy person ends up doing in the end, I believe. You know, everyone who makes a lot of money ends up buying real estate.
Why is that? Why do the wealthy...
Well, before he answers that, let me answer it for you, because real estate, land in general, is one of the things that you cannot recreate. I also want to touch on something else that he said. When you get a lot of no's, that's just the road to success. When you get no's, it's the road to yeses. You cannot take the no and be like, oh man, they said no, I'm never going to be anything in life. But all it takes is one yes to change your life. You can get 1 million no's, one yes, your life is changed forever.
The most successful people in the world, why do they all invest in real estate?
I mean, I think as an asset, it's very solid. You can touch it, you can feel it, see it, smell it, and I think it's the least volatile. So in terms of risk management, you know, it's always a safe investment. So I think it's the most versatile asset class, or one of the most out there.
Did you ever diversify?
I did, but then I learned a very tough lesson that diversification doesn't always mean to venture into another sector. You can always do it in one sector.
And that's the vertical integration.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what we did. You know, we became completely vertically integrated as a developer. We built a full construction company, you know, a factory. We have 7 factories for joinery, aluminium, steel. And so we really focus on serving this one sort of single monstrosity of a business rather than, you know, getting distracted in different sectors.
So we're about to see the building right here, but I wanted you to touch on real quick your progression of that vertical integration. When you started out in the real estate business, were you selling properties, were you brokering? Like before you had the factories, before you had the steel manufacturing and whatnot, how did you come about, you know, kind of obtaining all the different verticals?
This is something I learned in business in general. You never have the full picture from day one. You just
That's
gotta
true.
start and navigate your way through. And you know, one of the best quotes I like about this is in the book of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, and he says, when a bee starts its day, it doesn't know its full plan. It just, you know, leaves and starts harvesting, you know, the honey. And same thing with birds. And I think, you know, you never have a plan that's fully perfect from day one. You just start and you navigate your way through, and you learn, you fail, you fix, and ultimately you figure out a way. When you're thrown in the ocean in a stormy day, you either drown or you swim.
Now, there's been a lot of
This is
days
true.
on YouTube.
This is
People
true.
go spend the day with people at their homes, their apartments. We are at a apartment complex that you're building.
Correct.
This is going to be fascinating. Can you go show us around real
Please,
quick?
please.
Let's go check it out. And real quick, you know what I love? You got the Bugatti right there with the Bugatti building right here.
It would be inappropriate to drive a different car.
I love that. Let's
Very
check it out.
inappropriate.
Guys,
I like the way you think.
Word Dubai right now, but I need you to listen very carefully.
We're gonna skip past this because I know it's gonna be an ad, and I love the School of Hard Knocks, but we have to focus on the interview. We have to focus on what really matters right now.
Honestly, the sort of real estate you're looking at here, and the sort of people who have bought it here, you have the Crown Penthouse, which is a triplex that is almost 50,000 square feet. It has a
Jesus.
cinema, it has a cigar lounge, it has anything you can think of. We have a beach up here, literally a French Riviera-inspired beach.
That's never been done before.
No, it's we literally have 2 car elevators to take your Bugatti into your penthouse, park it in front of your office, and work from home looking at your car.
Is it a requirement that in order to live here, you have to have a Bugatti?
Well, I mean, I'd like to think you would have one if you're buying here. But I think
Exactly.
ultimately, this is for everyone who appreciates things that are finer in life. We have very interesting clients who have bought. Neymar Jr., footballer, he bought one here. Andrea Bocelli. So, yeah, very interesting names.
You're known as one of the fastest developers in the region.
Correct.
What's the secret to that speed?
I think, again, it goes back to the vertical integration. We have our own workforce, all in-house. We have our factories.
So like these construction companies, do you own the companies or are they contracted?
Yes,
You do.
everything, literally everything that goes into building the product, we control and we own. And ultimately, what that gives you is agility when it comes to speed, quality, and cost, obviously.
Did you kind of acquire these companies or did you start them from the ground up?
Mostly started from the ground up, some acquired actually. So some opportunities seen here and there, you know, steel factory, acquire it, upgrade it, and ultimately supports you in building much faster.
Fascinating. So what number building is this for you? I think you've done how many, 60 complexes? Or
Jesus.
A little bit closer to 100.
Oh my.
100 complexes?
Oh my.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing that you've changed since the very beginning? I would imagine the first one wasn't super easy.
Absolutely. I think
Excuse
the
me.
biggest lesson I learned when building these complexes is focusing on quality and letting the product talk for itself. So we do a lot of marketing, of course, as a brand, you know, on a global scale. But I think the best companies out there worldwide are the companies that have products that market themselves. You don't need to say anything. The product speaks for itself.
You have the architect background.
Yes.
Do you have a lot of input in the design process for the building?
Oh, I'm always on site.
Are you actually?
Probably more than the time I spend in office.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
Lobby space, you can see. Monumental height. It's a very large lobby space.
How many stories is this one going to be?
This is going to be 46 stories. We have 180 units here, and each and every unit is a piece unique.
Yeah.
So different layout, different interior design scheme, completely bespoke.
That's nice.
What's the average?
And even with him just saying each unit is gonna have a different interior, different design, different scheme, that lets you know just to be more creative with what you're doing. Because if you keep doing the same things as bland, you want to be more creative, because the more creative you are, the more people are gonna buy in, the more interested people are gonna be. If every unit looked the same, no one would move here, especially when you're charging this much for something. But if every unit is unique, then it's like, okay, I want this unit because it's not going to be like his unit. It's not going to be like their unit. And it's just, the more things you offer to someone, the more willing they're going to be spending more money with you.
price point of one of these units?
Well, I mean, penthouse up there was listed at 750 million dirhams. It's just above $200 million.
Jesus.
Yep.
And somebody bought it?
Well,
We're on the market right now.
maybe you'll hear some news
Yes, sir.
someday.
Hey, I'm excited to hear it, man. When you're driving on the road, the highway out here in Dubai, and you look to your right and your left and you see your name on the side of that building, what does that feeling mean to you?
It makes me feel happy and proud, but ultimately, if anything, it evokes a sense of urgency in me to achieve more. I mean, comfort is the most dangerous drug. You got to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because the moment you become complacent and comfortable is the moment you have no drive to achieve more success in life.
That's 100% true. That's why every day you have to do something that makes you uncomfortable, no matter what it is. If it's not designing, but editing a video a certain way, public speaking, going out and introducing yourself to more people, even starting something new, starting a new venture. As long as you're doing it, you're going to see more success from it. So you have to stay on top of all of these things, because if you're being too comfortable, that means you're getting farther away from success. But this has been a great interview, and I honestly am so happy that he was able to go to Dubai and he was able to show us the lifestyle and just show us what's going on over there with these business people, because a lot of people aren't able to talk to someone of his wealth and of his status. So it's a great interview, great video, and I'm definitely coming back with more content for you guys, so be on the lookout for it.